I want to talk to you guys about something. Something that's really bothering me. I believe, I believe wholly in racial equality and equality in total under the law. If you are white and you kill a black man and you say it's because it's because I'm a white nationalist, it's because I hate black people, you need to be charged with a hate crime. Same thing goes if you're a black person or a Hispanic person or an Asian person. Whoever you are, if you're killing someone based on race, you need to be charged with a hate crime. You do, period. I want to point you guys to Javon Hatchett, or Javon Hatchett, however you pronounce his name. And I'm pointing you guys to him because you can see in my stories, I think they're over here. He wanted to kill a white man, specifically told police after seeing everything going on, after seeing the BLM stuff, after watching videos of police incidents on social media. He says, and I quote, Mr. Hatchett told me that he had been watching Facebook videos of police shootings in other parts of the country and felt compelled to go stab a white male. He was captured on video surveillance coming into a store, then fleeing the scene. What he did was he walked into an AutoZone, asked for an item, and when the dude went to check on the item, the white guy went to check on the item, he stabbed him repeatedly. While he was in jail, September 8th, that was on August 27th, September 8th, a Georgia County inmate was found beaten to death in his cell. Muskogee County Jail inmate Eddie Nelson was pronounced dead Saturday morning. White man. Hatchett was charged with aggravated assault and possession of a weapon on August 25th, accused of stabbing an AutoZone employee because of his race. Hatchett, who is black, told Columbus police that he felt the need to kill a white man after watching videos of police brutality. Nelson, a white man, was booked on August 26th and charged with probation violation and failure to register as a sex offender. Hatchett beat a white man to death in his cell, beat a cellmate to death. 2 times. Twice. This kid got away with hate crimes. Is not being charged, period. New York City. New York City is being sued over aggressive tactics during the George Floyd protests. These people do not want you fighting back. They don't want equality under the law. They don't want you fighting back. They want you to step aside and let them do whatever they want. How do we know this? How do we know that there's a double standard besides the 2 obvious things? Man walking around Cleveland Heights with a long gun quoted as saying he's going to kill black people. This guy should probably go to jail. If nothing else, he needs to be evaluated. He needs a forced psychological stay. If you're going to walk around and say that, you are wrong. Sorry, I don't care that you're white. If you're going to walk around and say you're going to kill a specific race of people, you are wrong. Cleveland Heights police are aware of circulating social media posts that alleges a man with a gun walked around town threatening to kill black people, saying he wanted to. Police said the man was exercising his Second Amendment right to openly carry a weapon, and no one called the department to report a threat. No laws were broken. But the president of the USLID, NAACP in Northeast Ohio, says if this allegation is proved to be true, then we need to ensure that, number 1, the person does not have access to any weapons. Number 2, we need to look at the mental capacity of the person who had that weapon. Number 3, Cleveland Heights Police needs to enforce state laws as well as local laws that deal with ethnic intimidation as well as intimidation and menacing. Black people and Black Lives Matter. I'm not going to say black people. I'm going to say Black Lives Matter because it as a group is doing this, and Antifa can march through neighborhoods, cities, and towns and tell white people specifically what they are and are not supposed to do. And nobody says it's ethnic intimidation. Nobody says it's racial intimidation. Why in the world would we allow this double standard? We shouldn't. It's not a thing that should happen. Police chief releases a statement. On the afternoon of October 25th, the police department was notified about social media posts indicating that a man had told someone he's going to kill black people. Upon learning this information, officers are attempting to identify and locate the person who heard the man make the threats. As we investigate, we will be increasing patrols into the area where the man was seen walking. The NAACP president, Cassandra McDonald, releases a statement. This matter goes well beyond a Second Amendment right. We're not looking for Cleveland Heights Police Department to challenge a Second Amendment right, as long as the same rights and perspective of the law is given to a black person, should he also wish to demonstrate those very same rights. What we're addressing, however, is the laws that were actually violated, which includes making terroristic threats and ethnic intimidation. Even more so, outside of state law, Cleveland Heights Charter requires an arrest or at least charges being filed against anyone who violates sections 537.09 and 537.06 of their municipal ordinances. Open carry and freedom of speech is one thing, but what this person said out of his own mouth, and if what is stated that he said is factual, then Cleveland Heights Police, along with the prosecutor's office, should act on this according to both state and local law. This isn't a case of overreacting. We're being proactive as we should. I question his mental state and having a gun. Who's going to take the blame if, in fact, something happens? And here we have it. The perspective. This isn't confirmed. This is just something going around. But the prospect should be enough to take away your freedom of speech, to lock you up and take away your weapons. That's what they're telling you. And here's the double standard. If you march with Black Lives Matter and you tell white people that you're going to burn down their homes, that you're going to kill them, that they need to give their homes up, that unless they raise their fist in support of you, they're racist. And they're going to be beaten. Doesn't matter. That's fine. You should be able to do that. That's freedom of speech. Freedom of speech cuts both ways. Unfortunately, we cannot arrest people for potential violations of the law. We cannot police morality. Is what this man said, if he said this and is walking around with a gun saying this is what he wants to do, is it wrong? Yes. Should there be some sort of investigation, and should he seek mental help? Yes. Yes. But you cannot violate someone's rights for the potential. You can't. Meanwhile, they want this man who may or may not have even said this. They want him arrested and charged with hate crimes. But Javon Hatchett has killed 2 white people, and not a single hate crime or violation of hate crime law has been filed against him. Equality under the law. Everyone deserves it. No matter what background you're from, you deserve to be treated equally. And if you kill someone or attack someone based on their race, you deserve to be put away for a hate crime. Period. But they're going to argue. The left will argue There's no way for white people for there to be hate crimes against white people because systemic racism, because power dynamics, because the only way to bring about equality is to allow actual equality. They'll tell you that equality to those in power and the privileged looks like oppression. Who's crying for oppression? Or who's crying that they're being oppressed constantly? Who's crying that they're being suppressed constantly? Who's crying that they're being hunted and killed? It's not white people. That's all I got for today, boys and girls. I hope you guys enjoy this segment and do all of the things like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow.